George, what are you doing?
I'm channeling my chives.
You're channeling your chives?
Yes.
You looked like you were focusing extremely
Cream
hard.
cheese and chives.
Yeah, well, that's about all your head's full of.
Delicious.
So welcome to Insert Coin Theater. This is episode 26.
26.
And
God, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, and I'm Tim.
I'm George.
And we have a special guest today for this episode.
The pleasure of a special guest.
We have joining us Sean, also known as Robot Orgy Massacre, which is
the one and only.
A sweet name. And where are you from, Sean?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Sweet.
Get it.
So you're coming at us from Oklahoma City, and we're gonna put you on the spot here right after we start the show.
And there's actually a Robot Orgy Massacre happening at his house right now. It's that intense.
Is this true?
Every day.
Exciting.
Where do you live in? Because
we're going to Oklahoma City. We're off. Road trip.
The massacres of orgy bots.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the show, and let's begin.
Insert Coin Theater.
Are you blowing up the audience now? Is that what you're doing?
Skadoosh. As the whatever that guy's name is, Panda guy says.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Po.
You know too much about that.
I love Kung Fu Panda.
I was not going that deep.
How about you, Sean? Did you like Kung Fu Panda?
I really did.
You see, there you go.
All right, I'll conform. It was great. All right, is that what you guys wanted me to say?
Yes. Hey, you even look a little like Jack Black.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Oh,
if
man.
he's rich, man, I'm in. I need to start impersonating him.
So we have joining us Robot Orgy Massacre from Oklahoma City. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I appreciate being on here.
So tell us a bit about you.
What makes you tick?
Yes. What brought about the name Robot Orgy Massacre?
That's the
I think
real
is the
question.
first
That is
question.
the real question.
I mean, besides the awesome factor, is there a deep hidden meaning?
Oh God, I'm scared.
It was more of like an inside joke. I'm just like, what was like the three stupidest words I could think of to make a band name? That's what it became.
Fantastic. So
that's the best way.
So what you do chip tunes, but
yeah.
You also do kind of a blend of different styles. You do electronic and some other things. Like, do you want to tell us like where you go with your music?
I guess more atmospheric than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like the way it sounds with everything combined.
Yeah, it has a nice fusion flow.
Nice, relaxing.
Right to the feels, you could say.
Yes.
I like that. Well played.
Perfect.
So,
been waiting for that all day.
Have you really?
Been practicing it in my room.
Looking in the mirror. I'm totally gonna say the feels.
You did good.
As I cried.
Yes. So your music is definitely awesome. I
no
doubt
really, about it. Man.
I definitely appreciate your work, and we're gonna get a chance a little later in the show to listen to some of it. What can you tell us about like what inspires your music and what kind of things that really get your brain into gear for creating?
Really, it starts with like my guitar. I just play around on there, and then I kind of convert it over.
You just strumming along, and you're like, that sounds pretty cool. Let me mix this in.
Pretty much, not even kidding.
Nice.
The juices are always flowing, man. You're just ready to go.
Exactly.
String them a little bit, and bam, magic happens.
So what do you create your music in? Do you use like Fruity Loops or anything like that?
Yeah, I use FL Studio mainly.
Nice. So I really like Fruity Loops. I've used it a little bit, like way back in the day, like 1,000 years ago.
And he has no talent, so let's clear that. Let's
too.
start that out
Yes.
before we get any deeper. He's terrible.
But it's
all right, go
it's
ahead.
pretty cool to use, and I mean I'm familiar with GarageBand and making horrible music that way, and I emphasize the horrible. So, do you have any specific, I guess, role models that you kind of follow for when you create music? Like, do you have like games or something that inspire you to create?
As far as for chiptune artists, it was Saber Pulse that made me get into chiptune.
I do love Saber Pulse.
Got some jams.
Oh yeah, for sure. And is there anything else that really sticks out?
I mean, not really. It's just like that's my personality. I'm a mellow person. I make mellow music.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, and
at least it's a good interpretation of yourself. You know,
you can really pour yourself into the work. That's for sure.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we really appreciate you joining us, and we're
Always
super
a
stoked
pleasure,
to hear the feels later on in the show.
Shout it at the rooftops for you.
Oh yeah. So, so our listeners too, so they can look up your music and get a taste for what you've created.
I mainly use SoundCloud, so it'd be soundcloud.com/Robot Orgy.
Okay, and that's awesome. So
Easy.
SoundCloud.com, and then a little bit of a sliggity slash, and then
And
it's
some
just Robot Orgy.
That's it.
Awesome. So we'll
Easy peasy.
everybody should go check that out and then listen to everything.
And buy all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So what's our first topic today?
All right,
Let's
so
jump right into it.
yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. So our first topic, and I got the paper of truth again. I'm still too lazy to transfer this. We're just going to be running off a piece of paper for the next
Forever.
10 episodes. so pick a few movies. It doesn't necessarily need to be 3. That's what I have written down. But pick a few movies
3's the magic number.
to be made into games, and who do you think should make them?
You want to let or do you want to go first?
I can go ahead and start it.
Okay.
So I think one of the first ones that I'd want to see would be the Boondock Saints.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, that's a movie that I really loved that never, like, it's kind of like a cult classic type thing, I think.
Yeah.
There's not a huge amount of, like, a lot of people have seen it, but not a lot of people, like, just really love it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think it would be cool to see that developed by, you know, I that's the hardest that's the hardest one is who would develop it, and we're talking probably a co-op shooter of some kind.
You think?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be a
kind of
co-op.
like
Maybe the same people who made Helldivers and do like a twin stick. Wouldn't that be interesting?
that would be pretty
That'd
cool.
be pretty cool. Another one that I'd want to see would be
Or Army of Two style would be
Army of
pretty
Two style would be cool. Yeah, I'd want to see Equilibrium. Did you ever see that?
Wow,
Yeah,
that is a really good movie.
That was a really good movie, and I would love to see
like
that
The
because
Matrix.
it was like the Matrix mixed with the Boondock Saints a bit. It's
The
like
Boondock
really
Matrix.
Yeah, pretty much. I really like that, and that would be cool to see as like that would be cool to see in like the Call of Duty engine or something like that. Like Infinity Ward really run with that and do some cool stuff with like the bullet time effects and the like dance thing that they do. That's really cool. I think if I had to pick 2, those would be the ones that really stand out. I don't think I have any more on the top of my head.
That's it?
Yeah. So what about you, Sean? What kind of movies would you want to see built into games?
The only one I can think of would be like Smoking Aces, made by like 2K Borderlands style.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be really cool, yeah.
Borderlands style. That's a great team, too.
That is, for sure. That's a good choice. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, plus it's kind of already over the top.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you take something that's already over the top and put it into a good game engine, and you could take it far.
Mm-hmm. For me, I would like to see them remake the original Matrix as a game, but I would like to see Rocksteady do it. Because they are great with the fighting styles they use, like for the Batman games, would be awesome.
That would be pretty sweet. Either that or I could see Turtle Rock doing
Turtle
it.
Rock could probably
because
do it
if you
too.
think of like Left 4 Dead, you could have just endless swarms of the like of the
the grunt agent.
or whatever. That would be kind of cool. I think.
Because like they did come out with a Matrix game like way back in the day, but it sucked.
Oh well, because they were so limited. Like
Yeah.
there was a game called Enter the Matrix that was pretty good.
Actually, I think you didn't play as a main character though, did you?
No, I think you played
It
as
was
like a
some
made up
side-
character. Yeah,
I think I might have played that one, and it was pretty cool.
because it was
but
set like after I think the second film or the first or something.
I think they could just do a really good job with it because, like I said, the combat system. Because a lot of the Matrix was fighting, but there was some gunplay and stuff as well. So I think it could be really good. It would definitely have to be third person, I think,
Yeah.
just because.
Oh, definitely.
Like look at the combos
Can you
and
think of,
stuff
like,
you see in the Batman
a
games.
nice Gears of War cover system too mixed in maybe.
I don't know. There wasn't too much cover though, and
But I mean, think of the bank lobby scene with all the shooting and stuff. Can you imagine jumping from cover to cover using those like
I
crazy
guess
bullet time moves?
that would be pretty cool too with the
that'd
slow
be
motion.
slick.
What is that?
You did that in Enter the Matrix, I think. I think that was one of the big ones.
Actually, you did it too. And do you remember Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Oh yeah.
One of the scenes was like that scene, and he just had all the different guns and stuff. That scene was awesome. in that game.
Did you ever play that one, Sean?
Yeah, I played it way too much.
I was like one of the best like campaigns in the game back then because
Yeah.
it was
It was
just so ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
Like I remember one time you had to like jump on Sunflower's giant boobs to like get up to this like second level and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? And like the first
Sounds like your
cutscene,
kinda
he's
game.
plastered, just like puking on the floor and stuff. I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one.
Sounds like your kind of game all over.
Yeah, it was
Dang,
just
man.
ridiculous.
That's awesome. What else would you want to see?
Gosh, there's just been so many that are done that are just horrible.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
I would like
even
to see
even
a
if
good,
you
like,
even if you want to see a
Iron Man
remake
game,
Oh yeah.
like because that character alone could have a lot of cool
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a movie that's never seen a game, but
Yeah.
like if you wanted to see like
I'd like to see some, like I said, Iron Man game, and I would like to see Borderlands crew do it. I
That
think
would be
they could do
cool.
a pretty cool Iron Man game.
yeah, instead of guns, it's all the suits or parts
Yeah,
for suits or
exactly.
something,
Just
and you
like-
can like mismatch your own Iron Man. That would be
Yeah.
kind of slick.
I
That'd
think that would be
interesting.
pretty sick too. So
That'd be
they're
different.
gonna have to. Hey, that's what I want. Different. That's what,
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, the Matrix one would just be.
That'd be awesome.
Rocksteady is just their fighting systems. Those are like that's the pinnacle of fighting systems. Is Rocksteady's like all the Batman games. If
Shadows
other
of
games
Mordor, which is pretty good.
Exactly. If they take that combat system and put it in any game, I love it because it works so perfectly, so perfectly with the counter and everything.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, what other movies? I'm trying to think.
I'm really surprised you didn't just spam Star Wars. Honestly,
Dude, there's a lot of really good Star Wars games though. We're lucky enough to have a ton
there
of good
could have
Star
been
Wars
more
games.
that could have been developed by other teams that you'd have just been drooling over.
Well, I mean, we're already seeing a Battlefield style Star Wars game come out, which was what
you're
I've
talking about
wanted.
the new Battlefront.
which
Is it
is-
Battlefront?
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yeah.
It's what I've wanted for so long, and I've been waiting for that for a long time. So that's like my end all be all. Now, I'd like to see some games recreated, but I think we're actually going to get into that at the end of the episode. We're going to talk more about Star Wars games that we'd like to see brought back from Zombieland.
All right, so for you, it was what was the two for you again?
Equilibrium and Boondock Saints.
And who were the developers?
For I now it's all slipped my mind.
Gone, just gone.
Maybe the Army of Two people, whoever developed Army of Two would
Or
be
like the
good.
twin stick,
Or
for,
the
like,
folks who
Helldivers.
the folks who made Helldivers. Everything's leaving my brain right now. I'm leaking.
And Sean, you said what'd you say? Smoking Aces,
Yeah, Smoking Aces.
by the people who made Borderlands, which would
Yep.
also be good. I think all of them were pretty good choices. I would have to say.
I
They would
gotta
all
say,
be pretty
I
sweet
think they'd
games.
be I think that those IPs need to fall into some hands.
Someone needs to do those again.
In my humble opinion,
Beautiful.
we need to make this happen.
If anyone's listening, please.
Let's pool our funds.
We
Let's
need
do this
all
now.
All these games in one.
I got like $1.
Yeah,
How much
we're
you got?
screwed. I
Yeah,
got
we're
like
doomed.
less than $1. I think I have a
I
bill
would buy
that's
all
got
those
content.
games.
Exactly.
I would too, yeah, in a heartbeat, man. Oh, I would never be seen again if all those came out at once. Nope,
It's gonna be like Orange Box style. It's just one ultimate game of everything.
dude, don't tease me. Don't do
They
it
need
if you
to make
can't
another
deliver,
Half-Life.
man.
Where's Half-Life? That's
Just,
what I'm
get
really-
off it. Just every time that you mention Half-Life 3, I swear, Gabe Newell hears it and says, "I'm pushing it back another month." So we're gonna never ever.
He's
see
already
it.
got to have pushed it back for 40 years. It's
I
like
know.
he's gonna be dead. And be like, haha, I lied. It's never.
They're gonna produce one copy and he's gonna take it with him to his grave.
People are gonna be digging out his grave. You son of a bitch! We want it now.
You're the worst.
Hey, I'll do anything for Half-Life. I'll kill you for Half-Life.
Would you? I'm glad our friendship means so much.
It doesn't. Anyway, so what's the next one?
Well, we should probably go to the song because we're
Good
about
idea,
we're
good
about
idea.
halfway through, I think. And so song wise, we have a song from an artist that I don't know may or may not be on the show with us.
Could be here.
Could be here, could not.
The secret special guest.
So Sean has made the song "The Feels," which is what we're gonna hear. And do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
First off, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so my TeamSpeak disappeared.
Oh,
Jeez.
I think it's a little it's a little lag that we're experiencing at the moment. So apologies.
Well, it's The Feels. It's a really mellow song. Hope you guys like it. Again, I'm
Simple,
basic.
straight to the point, man. I love it.
Yeah, very very straightforward. So
The songs of feels, enjoy.
so yeah, this we really liked this song. It kind of like jumped out at us when we were kind of perusing around, and this was definitely one of the better ones.
The name too fits it perfectly.
Definitely,
Like it
definitely.
just, it's a range of emotions going through. I love
really,
it a lot.
It's really good. So you did a really good job with it, and I think everyone's gonna enjoy
Get
having a
ready for
listen.
the feels.
Thank you.
Are you beaming the feels into their head, George?
Straight shot.
Straight shot right to the brain.
Straight shot to the field.
So that was the feels from Robot Orgy Massacre, aka Sean, who's with us here on this wonderful episode.
Thanks again, man.
26.
So,
yeah,
love it.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. It's really an honor to have someone with your talent on our show. We
People
really
of your
appreciate
caliber.
It. Definitely.
Thanks, guys.
So you can check him out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Robot Orgy. No massacre at the end, just Robot Orgy.
The massacre didn't start yet back then.
And we'll have a link on the show notes for this episode, so you'll see it on YouTube and Facebook, wherever you're watching or listening from. So let's continue on. So pretty much this one took us a long time to figure out how to word properly because
we still may mess it up.
Yeah. So is there a movie with a good enough story to be a game on its own? Like you could just take the movie and just slap it into an existing game engine and boom, it's perfect. Like you wouldn't have to come up with any game engine, no gimmicks or anything, just an awesome story that you could slap into something existing and go with it. This is a really hard question because I tried to put a lot of thought into this outside of the show and no, didn't work for me.
Shooting blanks.
Yeah, pretty much. So, George, you get to start with this one.
Oh, God. I knew it was coming.
I started the last one.
Oh, my brain's hurting already. I don't want to say something so generic, but maybe... God.
Because if you look at games like Harry Potter, you'd have to come up with a whole magic system underneath to really work with it. So that wouldn't really lend itself too well to this.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, like, have they made a Lord of the Rings game yet?
Yeah, they've made a lot of Lord of the Rings games.
That are just, like, the movie, or it's its own...
Yeah, there's, like, strategy games and stuff like that.
Did they suck?
No, there was a couple of really good ones. There was one called... what's that?
There's like 30 Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Mm. And there was one called Return of the King, which is actually one of the more hailed games to come out.
What style of game is that?
I think it's similar to, like, Shadow of Mordor a little bit. So it's kind of like a third-person combat action type thing. I could be wrong. Shout at me in the comments if I'm wrong.
You are definitely wrong. I don't. We gotta. Can you? I don't know, man. It's just too much pressure. There's just so many. I feel like there's so many good ones out there. It's just hard to just put just one. Maybe you know what? Equilibrium would probably be a sick game.
You could probably
itself.
drop that into a Matrix game engine.
Yeah, but I don't. The Matrix games kind of sucked, so I don't.
But Enter the Matrix was good, dude.
That was one.
Yeah, a lot of them did suck, but like, could you imagine that as like, I don't know, like an MMO or something? I don't know. I think that'd be weird.
Yeah, MMO
because
might
there's all
outrageous.
the lack of feeling and it would be weird.
It'd
be like an Elder Scrolls MMO. Wait.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Well, let me go with Equilibrium then. That's such an underrated movie too.
It really is. But I'm gonna call you a cop out.
That's fine.
How about
I'm
you,
scared.
Sean? Do you have any movies that you feel would be perfect to see adapted into a game on an existing engine even?
All right, so the only movie I can think of, and I love this movie, is Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
That is a good one.
Oh,
man.
that is a
Holy
good
crap.
one.
See, I just forget movies too. It's like
Oh.
I need like a list of movies
That
so
you've
I can just
seen.
be like, that would be
Oh,
perfect.
that
It's
would
just,
be
I
good.
forget there's so many.
That would
that
be
would be
good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Just like mechs are always awesome.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I'm thinking Chappie.
What?
Yeah, dude. Okay, imagine this. All right, take The Division, where you've got faction against faction type thing, right? It's 3 in that, but let's take The Division. Have the cops with robotic guys, and then the robbers with tons of firepower, and then you've got to use the robots as cover, like it's a different class to be a robot, and all sorts of stuff. I think that would be intense, dude. You could really like Hardline, but with like a futuristic flair to it, like a near future flair to it.
I'm gonna change mine.
What's that?
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6 would be slick.
If you got to play as all the different characters, if it was co-op and you could choose between like the team of people that you have, like Baymax or whatever, the girl with the
That would
roller
be cool.
blades, or
Yeah.
that one
Go-Go.
bladed arm
Go-Go
guy,
Tamago.
that would be a fun game. They could do it top down like the Tomb Raider games.
There you go.
Bam. Where is it?
Like an exploration platforming type
Exactly,
thing.
yeah. That would be a fun game, I think.
That would be pretty
That
cool.
was a great movie, too.
Yeah,
I cried.
that was good. I would also love to see Kingsman. That would be slick.
I didn't see that movie.
It's still
amazing.
yeah,
Is it?
It is. It's incredible, and you have very good taste.
What
Sean.
is that what is that rated?
R.
Super R.
Wow, really? It's R?
Yeah,
I never thought I could have. That looked PG-13 to me for years.
it's R.
Perfect.
It gets
Now it's
really intense.
is it? Yeah.
It's really intense.
I feel
It's
like now it's going to
crazy.
be a lot better.
There's like insanity going on. I don't even want to say anything because it's so good to
No.
me that it's an experience. Really is.
And that's that one like British Special Forces.
No, spy. It's a spy movie. It's kind of a spy movie.
Yeah, but I thought it was like it was for the king, like the
No.
king's secret service.
no.
No, what am I even talking about then?
No.
Why are they called the Kingsmen?
Because that's the name of the tailor shop that they operate out of.
Oh,
Kingsmen.
okay. I thought it was like
Yeah.
they were like some secret special forces for the king or something.
No.
Oh,
Don't
well,
assume.
I don't know what I'm talking about, man. All right.
Get the foot out of your mouth, man.
I really want that. I want to see that now.
It would be slick, though. I mean, you could drop that into any, like, Goldeneye or something with
and the
with
story's
gadgets.
good enough to hold up to.
Yeah, man, the story's... There's a comic behind it and stuff. I mean, it's a good story.
Hmm.
It's really good. Yeah, I
wish I
enjoyed
knew
it.
more about it so I could be like about that game. But I don't know anything about the movie.
It's a good game. Yeah,
And
good
rated
game.
R. I'm
good
excited,
movie.
man. Is it out on DVD yet?
No, it's still in theaters.
What?
Yeah, I just saw it again like 2 weeks ago.
You saw it twice. It was that good?
Yeah,
Sean, is it worth seeing twice?
Yeah, definitely.
there you go.
All right. He's spoken.
Yeah. And-
I have to see it now
Yeah,
twice.
you will see at least once, at the very least. You could wait till it's on Blu-ray. I mean, it probably won't be in theaters too much longer. It's been in for a little bit, so.
All right. So, Sean, you said Pacific Rim. Awesome one.
Yeah.
What was yours, Tim?
Chappie or Kingsman.
Kingsman. Okay. And then I was Big Hero 6, and then I bailed on, what was it, Equilibrium?
Yeah,
My cop-out
You can't
Equilibrium.
cop out, man. You can't
I
reuse.
redeemed myself.
You did, and I'll forgive it this time.
Don't. Equilibrium would have been a good game, too.
It would have been.
All right.
No lie. But I
Anyway.
already had the idea for it,
I
man.
can't help you have great ideas, all right? Is that what you wanted me to say? There we go.
Yes.
Tim's
Yes, actually.
great. There you go, people.
You heard it here first. Woohoo!
I'm sad.
You'll never hear that on a recording ever
Exactly.
again.
We're going to actually edit that out.
No, it's forever.
You love it.
It's like a diamond. Diamonds are forever.
Get out
George
of
saying
here.
I'm awesome
throw
is
up.
forever.
Get out of
You
here.
should throw up.
Jesus. Sorry you had to endure that, Sean. Jesus, man. He's getting ridiculous over here. He's all hopped up on Blue Dew.
Hey, man. Voltage, man. All the way.
Best Dew, by the way. They
Gotta
need to
have
make
some
a-
kind of
they-
energy.
They need to make a pina colada one.
What's
Ew.
the white one?
The white out? I think
Whiteout.
that's like...
That's pretty good.
Is it grape? No, that might be pineapple, isn't it?
Is it?
Or is it grape?
I don't know. Do I look like
it's
I
the
drink a
best
ton of
one.
Mountain Dew?
The white ones? Have you had the blue one?
Yeah, I have, but still, white's the best one.
Uh-oh. Sean and
Just
George
lost
are gonna
brownie
throw down.
points, man. I don't even remember. Do they still make the white one?
Yeah. I still
What
see it in
flavor
stores.
is that?
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna have
Isn't
to go try
is
it again.
Is it like tropical or?
Yeah,
So there you go.
Dang it!
I don't know. I don't drink a whole lot of Mountain Dew anymore.
Don't lie.
I only drink Mountain Dew.
You've
really
been baselining Mountain Dew for years. You're not
Free
fooling
basin.
anybody.
free base in Mountain Dew.
Drying it out and just sucking it up.
Inject it right into my veins. Love that Dew.
It's like Dew-roids.
Just mash up some Doritos and mix it in.
Oh my gosh.
Snort it.
Dude, have you seen that? It's like
Doritos.
yeah,
I've
it's
seen
supposed
that.
to be like actual thing. They're gonna make Dorito flavor. Dude, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard of. Is there really people that are sucking down Dew and Doritos mixed? We need to put those people down.
Thanks, Microsoft.
They are just the Halo kids are just like dying
It's
over
mainly Halo's fault too, because they're the ones that are always pushing the Mountain Dew and Doritos.
no Game
Call of Duty
Fuel.
too. Call of
Game
Duty
Fuel
does as well.
is like one of the best Mountain Dews ever. Do you remember that?
Which one? Because there were 2 Game Fuels. There was the red and the blue. Remember they did it around World
It's
of
got to be.
Warcraft?
Yeah. It's got to be the red.
They also did a
I
game.
think the blue was just pretty much
they
voltage.
did a Game Fuel that was orange for Halo 4.
That wasn't just regular Game Fuel.
No, it was different. It was a
Whatever
different
the
flavor.
base. Like, remember when they first started coming out with Game Fuel when Halo was like.
No,
It was like Halo 2.
I
think
thought the first time they did Game Fuel was for World of Warcraft.
No, it was for Halo.
Because
and
they did the promotion with the little robot guys. The
yeah,
pets.
no, you had to choose the factions or Horde or
Alliance.
But Halo was way before that. The first Game Fuel.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I know my Game Fuel, son. I bought like 15 cases and killed people in stores for that.
Were we even friends around then?
No,
No, we
because
didn't even know
the
each
only
other.
friend I had was Game Fuel, and that was it. That's all I needed. Is Game Fuel and Halo, and then don't turn on the light or I'll bite you like a vampire. My flesh burned from the sun. But anyway, so what's our next topic before I start raging about Game Fuel and trying to freebase it again? But I'm gonna end up buying like a case of it off eBay that's like it turned green now and it wasn't even I'm just like, please. Like
You killed me,
Game Fuel
George.
raging over here. Punch somebody out for some Doritos and Game Fuel.
Sean's probably like, what the
Sorry,
crap
man.
have I got
this is the
myself
part
into?
where it just spirals down. Right after the song,
Yeah.
it just goes downhill. I'm sorry.
I
Roid
mean,
raging
Game
over
Fuel's
here.
okay.
What? Oh my God! What is happening?
Oh, Sean, you really when
Talk
when
about
the video,
hitting me in the feels, man. God.
when the video for this comes out on Friday, you have to watch it just to see George's reaction to you saying that.
That's like you just killed my firstborn
man.
child.
That was
Sorry.
legendary.
Jeez, I really did get hit in the feels. God,
In more ways
who are
than
you,
one.
these people? I didn't sign up for this.
All right, let's get the last
Sorry.
topic. Stop raging, George.
I can't help it. I miss my Game Fuel.
All right,
Game Fuel.
TM. We are not sponsored by Game Fuel in any way.
But we do love Game Fuel. Next.
Okay. God, all right. With with there being so many Star Wars games, which Star Wars game would you like to see brought back from the grave?
The Force Unleashed. Now
Let
you can't,
Sean
now
go
you can't take it,
first.
Tim.
Let Sean go first.
All right, Sean, you can go now.
Good choice. But I actually liked Empire at War.
Oh, that was good, dude. I think the only weak point of that game was the land battles.
Yeah.
I think the
But it was-
space battles were legendary. It's a great game.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a
I
very
still
good
play
game.
it.
What
Yeah.
was the one?
I need to pick that back up. That's a great game.
What was the one Star Wars game? Was it like Star Wars Commando or something like that?
Oh, Republic Commando.
Where you were just like that one? It was it was an
It was a
FPS,
squad.
I believe.
Yeah,
but
you had
like
a squad.
That one was pretty cool.
That one would be really sweet. I think.
Or is that just like too close to just Battlefield?
No,
front
it was
line or
really
whatever it
unique
is, I mean.
because you controlled a squad and you had one gun that turned into like 4 guns.
Can you command your squad to do
Mhm.
stuff too? I
Yeah, it
believe?
was sweet. It was
Yeah.
a great game, and it
That
was
would be-
written by Karen. I think Karen Travis wrote it, who wrote the Gears of War games.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Those were good games. Too.
They decanonized the Republic Commando, and so she said kind of like F you and went off to write for Epic and do Gears of War novels and
Oh,
stuff.
that sucks when they do that to an artist
Yeah.
like that.
It's not right. It ain't right.
So I think both those would be. I'd like to see another Commando game.
I
And
want to
The Force
see.
Unleashed was the actual time I felt like the Force was the Force. Like
Right.
you could actually do stuff with the Force.
I want to see Episode 1 Racer.
Are you talking about pod racing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are a gentleman.
That was the
Gentleman
pod
and a
racer one.
Scholar. That is like one of the best. So many of my fond memories from my childhood were on N64 playing the crap. And I always played as Anakin.
Really?
Always. Never
You're-
played as anybody
you-
else.
Nerd.
I was from the movies, all right? I was there.
Mi chasa chopasa.
That was
Sorry,
such a fun
I've
game.
memorized just about every Star Wars movie.
We are sorry for you.
I'm sorry for me too. When I was a kid, I probably watched Episode 1 about 100 times. No lie. No lie. Like I wore out the VHS to the point where it
Wouldn't
it
even
was
like-
all like
It
tracking
would
all
just
the
say,
time. The
"Stop
whole movie.
watching me."
Pretty much, it would be like, "Kill me." Yeah.
God, I can't believe you just said VHS out loud.
Dude,
I barely remember those things.
it's classic. Dude, companies still do backups of data on tapes.
Do they really?
They really do. They can store a lot of data, man. They're magnetic.
Guess that's pretty cool.
And they last for a long time.
I do like when
little lesson for everybody.
Fun fact for the
technology fact for the day. And what other Star Wars games would be fun?
I don't have a long library of Star Wars games that I've played. Like, I haven't played a ton of them. I'm sure you've probably played every single one.
I've played a lot of them. You know, a game that would be fun to see done by like the folks who did The Walking Dead. Who's that? Telltale, yeah. I would love to see them do like, I don't know, like even it's a hard choice, but I would like to see
story heaven though. There's not much gameplay for those really.
There's a lot of story to Star Wars stuff. I mean, how big
would
the
be okay with just it being?
Oh yeah, I played the game called Yoda Stories.
Never heard of it.
Which is reviled as one of the worst Star Wars games ever.
Oh my God.
I loved it. I'm sorry, guys. I like terrible games. What can I say?
Yes, he does.
But
because he's terrible.
It was like a turn-based exploration game with like randomly generated maps. And you played Luke, and it was non-canon or anything, but you'd just go around and you'd solve little puzzles and things like that. It was really fun. And you fought little creatures as they came at you. And I think that sort of thing would be really cool in the Telltale kind of engine type thing that they do with the point and click adventure kind of style.
Yeah,
that's me though. I don't know.
You are just the point and click. That's just all you're about.
No,
man.
I don't love point and click games. I get bored with them pretty quick. But give me a good canon expanded universe story like set in the Old Republic times or something. Yeah. I'll be all about it.
Telltale they do great work.
They
too.
do. They really
I haven't
truly
played
do.
any of the Game of Thrones one. I wonder how that's.
I never really got into Game of Thrones. Did you, Sean?
I've seen the first episode and that's it. Like I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I think I got about halfway through the first episode. I was like, this isn't gonna be for me, and I don't have this kind of time. So
it's kind of long episodes.
They're like an hour.
Are they an hour? I don't know.
Yeah,
people are raving about it.
Hour and a half. Something.
I still haven't seen.
It's on
the first
HBO,
episode.
so it's just about entirely an hour of content rather than your typical 45 minutes. 42 minutes with commercials.
The P Dink doesn't get you don't want to watch it, man.
Dude,
the Peter Dink.
I got all of the dinklage I need from the Dinklebot in Destiny. All right, I got Dinklebotted left and right,
awesome.
Son.
Getting that Dinklebot all up on you, man. So
yeah.
those are all definitely. I would like. I want more actual. I feel like there's not a lot of games where you get to really be a Jedi.
Ugh, you're wrong.
Is there like a ton?
Yeah, the entire there's like 5 or 6 games. The Jedi Knight games, Jedi Academy, Dark Forces, Dark Forces 2. Yeah, they were some of the best.
See, I feel like I haven't.
They're classic. Like the first ones, Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2 were like Doom style, like with that first person.
Oh, with
gun.
a lightsaber. That sounds
no, it's with a gun. But the whole story actually arcs over like 5 games, and you become, not to spoil, but you fill the role of a Jedi later on.
Oh, so it's like almost like your journey to
Jedi Academy was probably one of my favorite lightsaber games ever.
Yeah,
it was so good. You never played it on the Xbox?
I don't think so,
dude. You missed out. Yeah, it was one of the few that came out on the Xbox, and it was actually used in you remember that show on G4 that they used to do the tournaments arena? You remember that show?
Yeah, God.
Did you ever watch that, Sean? Did you ever watch G4?
Yeah.
Did you see Arena?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of it.
Okay, yeah, and they used to. It was like pretty much like before MLG was a thing, really. Before like pro gaming was a thing, they would just pit teams against each other in like a pro gaming, like how pro gaming is now.
Unreal.
They do like Unreal Tournament. They do Mech Assault, and for several of their matches, they did Jedi Academy on the Xbox.
Yeah, I don't remember them doing too many console games. It's usually PC.
It was usually PC, yeah, but they did console games to keep people on their toes because some of the teams were really good at console.
Yeah, but sucked at PC.
That's right. So Jedi Academy was used competitively for a little while, and it's a great game, man.
Yeah, see, that's why I would want to see the.
I'll have to pick it up on Steam for you as a gift so you can play it with me.
Yeah, because that's the first time I felt like a legitimate Jedi, even though you were Sith. But I mean, like, it actually felt like I was.
What about Knights of the Old Republic though?
I wasn't a big fan of KOTOR, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was just.
You're cutting me deep, bro. KOTOR is one of the most fantastic RPGs I think I've ever
Turn-based
played.
games are really hard for me, man.
They are.
Because I don't like.
Didn't you play Jade Empire?
Yeah, but that wasn't turn-based.
It wasn't? I thought
No.
it was turn-based. I thought it was
No.
built off the same engine.
No. Mm-mm.
No, it's the same people.
Yeah, but I could see with turn-based games. I don't feel like I have a lot of control, which bothers me. Like I like to be, because if I can control the battle, I feel like me losing is on me. But if it's turn-based, I still have to wait my turn, and if I wasn't prepared for them to do the super uber attack, I'm screwed. I can't dodge it or anything,
right.
Unless my dodge stat was high. But I mean, I like to actually.
So you don't like
happening.
the stats based.
No, because I
combat.
like stats. I like to be able to have stats.
but
and
where
upgrade
it's like based on a roll off your
Yeah,
stats, like an
exactly,
RPG,
yeah,
like a tabletop RPG.
Mm-hmm. It's just I have to be in the mindset for that, and I would rather be able to do what I'm. When I press dodge, I want to be able to dodge then, not dodge on my next turn.
Gotcha.
It's like I don't like that as much. But don't get me wrong, I can still enjoy a turn-based game, but
You just didn't like KOTOR that much.
Yeah,
You're the worst.
with Jedi, I want to be able to move around and not just be ping ping. Now it's my turn. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Okay, I'm
Sean,
getting real here.
did you have any other Star Wars games that you'd want to see? I'm not talking to George ever again, so we're now best friends.
Not really. So my thing with KOTOR is I played it the first time and loved it. I tried to play it again like 2 months ago and hated it. I just couldn't
Really?
do it again. Yeah, it's like I don't know what happened.
Now that you played again, you realized it sucked.
Basically, yeah. I was like, I hate this
They
game.
tricked you
Well-
when you were younger. They're like, oh, it's so good. You're like, yeah.
I think in comparison to more modern RPGs, I think it is lacking a lot. Like if it was similar to like Dragon Age Inquisition, it would be amazing.
See, but isn't Dragon Age isn't turn based, right?
No, it's not. Like it kind of is. It's still
That makes
there's
it
still a lot
so
of,
much better.
There's still a lot of chance involved though.
like
with-
imagine that playing KOTOR if you could control
Dude,
the battles
visually alone, it would just I'd wet myself.
Yeah, it would just have been
Yeah.
so much. I would have played the hell out of it if I could.
Well, that's
actually
what this is
control what's
about,
happening.
bringing games back from the dead. So bring
Well,
back KOTOR.
If they brought it back, I feel like
and-
it'd be the exact same
No,
turn-based garbage
the-
that I didn't like.
I hate
And
you.
it sucked, and everything about KOTOR is stupid and it's dumb. All right,
It's a lot of hate.
He's
all
so
this pent-up rage.
he's full of vinegar tonight. God,
spitting hot fire.
that Mountain Dew, that game fuel he drank turned into vinegar.
Power thirst.
It's energy for men. Menergy.
It's crystal meth.
Oh man.
So don't bring that back. I hated it.
I wish they would.
Force Unleashed, and then
I wish they'd do away with the MMO. And the MMO, don't get me wrong, isn't terrible, but it's not what I want out of the Old Republic series. I want another like KOTOR in the series. Like
Sean,
another...
did you play that the MMO?
Yeah, I did. Same thing. It's all right, but it's trying to be too much.
I tend to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just make a non-turn based KOTOR that's not turn based and not stupid, and dumb and poopy.
But I mean, I love the concept of being able to build up a character from the ground up that becomes really cool, and you can upgrade weapons, and like just the RPG element of it is really appealing and fits really well for Star Wars.
Mm.
It just they haven't. They did a really good job with KOTOR, except you obviously have some qualms with it, and Sean obviously has some qualms with it. But
You're the only one who liked that. You realize
I
this,
do.
right?
Here, yes, not in the world.
No, in the
Here.
world, you are the only one. Everyone else knows it's stupid.
Sorry.
Nobody likes you, and we hate you. All right, Sean, let's leave.
Okay, all right. So now you made me lose my train of thought. Thanks. So I just think that the Star Wars universe is so ripe for the pickings in terms of RPGs. There's just so much universe out there, and now that they've literally decanonized everything, nothing is canon anymore. You guys have all this playground. Do it. Make it happen.
I like RPG aspects. It's just
Yeah. I'd love to see an RPG set.
because I love
'Cause-
being able to build a character from scratch, build it
Yeah.
up, pick
I
stats.
play
Just want to be able to fight for myself.
God, take a deep breath. I play the tabletop RPG, the Star Wars tabletop. That's done by Fantasy Flight. That's a lot of fun. I have a good time with that. So there's hope
For you, not for KOTOR.
for the Star
KOTOR's
Wars fans,
dead.
man. For the Star
It's
Wars
dead,
fans.
and I hope it's dead forever, and I hate it, and it's stupid. Anyways,
so that kind of rounds out our topics for today, with ending with George and his vinegar.
Sean hated it too.
But he
Halfway.
wasn't so.
Halfway hated
Half-
it.
He wasn't full of the salt like you are.
Half hate is enough hate for
You're
me.
like salt and vinegar potato chips right now, man. You're just
Never snort those.
Ugh. That's a stupid idea.
Hey,
A good
that's
life
what I'm
lesson.
telling you. I'm telling you. See, he knows what's up.
I've made that mistake once or twice in my life.
And that's how my babies were born.
Never again.
Hopped up on that salt and vin.
So let's wrap up the show before George gets off on another rage tangent for
Where's my game fuel?
for God's sake. So thank you so much for joining us tonight on
Thanks,
this
Sean.
episode of Insert Coin Theater. Yes, Sean, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate having you.
And letting us feature your music.
Yeah,
man. It was
so
awesome.
check out Robot Orgy Massacre, soundcloud.com/Robot Orgy. Awesome name. Never lose that name,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Ride it till the
And
wheels
no,
fall
seriously,
off.
thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you had a good
You know
time.
everybody's busy, man.
Yeah, I
We
did.
appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So check us out on our website at insertcointheater.com. From there, you can find links to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, which nobody's on Google Plus.
I don't know why we have that then.
Because it asked me to sign up for it. And then,
Don't conform.
but you have to for YouTube's. And then on the right-hand side is an iTunes link. And if you click that, you can go to our iTunes page, subscribe to the podcast. You can rate us, which we'd really appreciate it if everyone would rate us, because that makes
We
us
like
look,
ratings.
yeah, it makes us look nice. Also, Stitcher does the same thing, has its own ratings, and they feature highly rated podcasts. So any help is good help. And I think that's all I've got. So if you're watching us on YouTube, click that little subscribe link.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, give us a little thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. And thank you again so much.
Immensely, Sean.
Yes,
Thank you,
Robot
man.
Orgy Massacre. Check him out. Once again, that's soundcloud.com/Robot Orgy. The link will be in the notes for the show on YouTube, Facebook, the site, yada, yada. So from myself, I'm Tim.
And myself, I'm George.
And Sean Self.
He's his self.
And I'm Sean.
Thank you, Sean, for joining us. And we hope everybody has an excellent, fantastic week. I will be at MegaCon this weekend.
I'm
Oh,
jelly.
yeah.
He doesn't take me to the fun stuff.
Nope.
Oh,
So, sayonara.
See ya.
thanks, guys.
Insert Coin Theater.